Get it done. Failed objectives fail the game. Doesn't matter how many enemies we kill, if we don't get the job done, we lose. If we're not on the objective, if we're off on our own killing enemies, we're not just not helping, we're hurting. Here's why. Enemies we kill respawn somewhere else, and enemies have unlimited respawns until the objective is done. That means that when we kill an enemy during an objective, we're not actually killing them, we're moving them. They'll immediately respawn somewhere else in the map. If we're in the hack circle with the team, that's good, we bought critical time and forced the enemy to take a nice long walk. But if we're not in the hack circle, if we're on the other end of the map, then we moved that enemy closer to the objective. We're also preventing enemies from spawning where we're at. They'll spawn closer to the objective instead. We're not just failing to help, we're making things worse. That brings us to what will probably be the simplest key points of any of my videos. Get on the objectives immediately, nothing else matters. Kill or distract enemies near the objective, leave enemies that are far away alive. Every objective is a group objective. There's a common misconception that if we're not carrying the pizza or tinkering with the device or killing the target, we're free to do whatever. No, this is not true. If we're not on the objective, then we're helping with the objective. The carrier needs protection and a clear path to the pickup site. The device doer needs a little breathing room to work. Every objective is a team effort. Everyone has a part to play. That's it for general theory. Let's look at this in practice and see how it applies to each objective. Hacking goes so much faster with the whole team. Faster hacks are safer, so get in the circle and stay in the circle. Awareness is key. Awareness is always key. Check a different direction every 6 to 10 seconds. If everyone is facing one direction, look somewhere else. For hacks and other objectives, Cobra missiles are a big help. Aim at the floor or walls so you don't miss. The longer we wait, the more likely we'll save missiles, but if we wait too long, we might need more missiles and maybe metagel too, so using our awareness and our brains will be important. If the team is forced out, we might need to lead enemies away before coming back, but always remember you want enemies dead on the objective and alive farther away. This missile might be early, but 1, I was hoping to hit more enemies than it did, and 2, I like giving the team a moment to organize. A calm, controlled start can help a lot. Also, Praetorian lasers hit multiple teammates and often get around cover. I'll still wait till they get close, but I'll try to missile them before they fire. Against collectors, there's tons of grenades and area damage going on, so I'm spreading out from the team so we don't all get hit at once. Looks like my teammates might be doing the same, and it helps a lot here. 2 bosses inside the circle is definitely a time to missile. Unfortunately, every time I slip off this ledge, I have to go around because I'm too short to climb back up. You'd think I'd learn, but with everything going on here, I'm too distracted. But I sometimes use this opportunity to put my decoy well outside the circle, so it keeps danger away from us. I was hoping to get this Praetorian's attention and get him to shoot me instead of the team, but it didn't work and things were getting busy, so I missiled, aiming at the wall so I don't miss. This fight looks desperate. We're not killing very much, but look at that progress bar. We're winning. We're in the circle and we're staying alive. That's all that matters. On hacks, don't take risks. Don't be aggressive. Just dig in and hold your ground. Escorts are similar to hacks. Get on them quick, stay on them. More people is much faster. Focus on enemies in front of the drone, not behind. If we've got a full team on the drone, we'll outrun a lot of threats. Enemies in front of the drone will come up quick. We'll need to deal with them sooner. The drone moves, so we'll constantly need to find new cover as we go. Dropping in and out of the circle to get a little cover, avoid an enemy, or create a distraction might be necessary in tough spots. Choosing your own path is fine as long as we don't get distracted. I'm going to stay in the circle as much as possible. I'm looking ahead and dealing with things in front. I probably should have looked around a little more, but it works out. Forward is where we need the most attention, and my teammates are covering our back plenty without me. I don't like this spot. If I step out and there's marauders or ravagers at the ramp, I'm exposed, so I go around the box so I can approach from cover. Banshees aren't too dangerous until they're in grabbing range, so I wait, and my patience is rewarded. Some teammates try and clear our back, but those enemies aren't a problem, especially if we were moving at full speed, we'd leave them behind. The only danger would be enemies along this wall. They realize the mistake and come back. So that's it. Get in the circle, eyes ahead, and use cover as you go. During retrieval, listen for enemies and try to pick an undefended path. Ideally a short path too, but staying out of dangerous ground should be a high priority. We can move faster walking sideways, backwards, or along hard cover. Adrenaline mods and just being a fast character help too. There's also an exploit to run while carrying the package. Start to sprint by holding the sprint/pickup button for a second, then immediately release and start tapping the button at a fast rhythm. If we're not carrying the package, we still have work to do protecting the carrier and clearing their path. I'm not getting to the package first, so I'm going to get close enough to help. Then I'll make sure the path is clear and guard for possible threats. Just like escorts, what's ahead is more important than what's behind. But the rest of the team is ahead right now, so I'll stay here and guard the carrier close while the team clears the path. A common mistake on retrievals is to go after the first package, but forget about the second. As soon as that first package is recovered, forget the enemies we were engaging, leave them. Go after the second package, it's the only thing that matters. Enemies are just distractions or obstacles. A lot of people don't know this, but we only call it a Geth device or whatever for secure communications. It's actually a pizza for Admiral Hackett himself. The Admiral's a hunky boy, he needs his pizza, and we need operational security to get it to him. That's why we use code words like Geth device. Think about it, if the Reapers knew it was a pizza for the Admiral, they would tamper with it. They could put anything on this pizza, pineapple, anchovies, Hanar squeezings, anything. That pizza has to be delivered safely to Admiral Hackett's hands before the enemy can ruin it. I move into the open here before it's totally clear, but it doesn't need to be clear, it just needs to be a situation we control. These enemies are all distracted, engaged by my teammates. I've got my back and side covered. We're in control, so I'll take advantage. Teamwork is more helpful than people realize. Assassinations are straightforward. Killing the target and another type of enemy with the same missile can make the next target that other type of enemy. If the target is a boss, this can make the objective much easier, so save some missiles for wave 10 just in case. With assassinations, the target will come to us, so if we can't safely reach a target, waiting will work. What's important is the same with all objectives. Stay on the objective, don't get distracted. This is gold and wave 10, so I know the target will be a Banshee. I've got spare missiles, I'm a speedy Batarian, I've got a clear route to the target, so I'm going to try to missile the target in group, so the target type will change to something easier to kill. And it worked. The next target is now a brute. We can kill that without missiles, or with missiles, that works too. Now, with a different map or enemy type, I might be more cautious or staying with the team more, but I'm a speedy, tough Batarian with Inferno grenades for melting armor and a lot of confidence that I can move aggressively against Reapers. I also carry ops packs for staying alive when I screw up. Every situation is different, but a quicker objective is usually safer because enemies are endless until the job is done. More time means more time stuck in an endless fight, more chances for things to go wrong, and more equipment dwindling away. So bypass whatever you can and focus only on the objective. Devices can be very easy or very hard. Infiltrators and Voluses can cloak to give themselves an edge on devices, but don't wait for them. The longer we linger near the device, the more enemies will concentrate there, so get it done right away with whoever is available. The person doing the device should tuck in tight to whatever cover there is. We can reach the device from pretty far, and even a tiny scrap of cover can be the key to success. Stay out of the big lines of sight as much as possible. If we're not on the device, defend whoever is. This is absolutely a team project. Clear immediate threats and then spread out. Don't stand right next to the device. You'll draw enemies and grenades. Give them a little space and keep danger away. By killing enemies, of course, but also by drawing fire and leading enemies a different direction. I defend here by spreading out to engage enemies before they're a problem and keep the fight away from the device. I saw the team go the other way, and there they are. This is perfect defense, textbook. I'm not going to waste time killing this brute. I'm just trying to get around and focus on the objective. I can hear another brute behind me, so this opening comes right in time. I'm going to tuck into a corner so enemies can't shoot me until they're right next to me. That makes me easy to protect. I hear a brute coming, but it's too late to stop me, and my team is here to help. I don't waste time looking around, but I probably waste time with this sphere and the take cover two-step. I use the crate to cover myself from the enemy direction. Ideally the team wouldn't be this close, but there's no time or space for anything else. It's an improvised scramble and this team handles it really well. This sphere is for the army of swarmers, which are a real danger to helpless device doers. Should have probably let the Volus take this, but I hit the button first and they didn't try to take over, so no biggie. This team is acting quickly and working together on every device. They're fantastic. Get the big things right, you don't need to sweat the details. This group has only 3, so it's tempting to go for the revive here, but I stay on task and trust my team to handle the rest. The brute coming up the ramp proves that thinking right. If I had stopped to revive, we could have easily gotten bogged down. The next device is one for possible nightmare scenarios. It's in a terrible weak position. It's on low ground with a little cover, surrounded by vantage points, which are already filled with enemies. The Turian ghost, Ghosty, is the perfect character for this job, and I'm going to provide all the help I can. First, I need to pull the brute off this objective. I get right in its face if I have to, whatever it takes to get it done. It takes me too long to shoot this marauder, but I have an excuse. I'm distracted because I'm preparing an ops pack, and it's hard to aim right when you're walking left. See, I'm deliberately putting myself in front of these Ravagers so they shoot me instead of Ghosty. We can make up for a lack of cover on objectives by engaging and distracting as many enemies as possible. Sometimes we have to get creative. We covered a lot of small tips and tricks here. The most important thing is our overall strategy. In every game, we get on the objectives immediately. We treat enemies as the distractions and obstacles they are, bypassing them when we can and only stopping to kill them when we need to. And we help with every objective, not just hacks and escorts. Total dedication to the objective and the team's success. That's how we win. Get on it and get it done.